Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and good evening to another show coming to you live from the 80s VHS. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and good evening. Copying facility. Another show coming to you live. Hang on 1 second. My voice was coming back at me. It was really confusing. Yes, coming to you live from a Betamax and VHS copying facility somewhere in deep Shropshire. This show goes out live every Sunday at 8 p.m, at 9 p.m, and we discuss everything 80s and 90s, plus what we call new retro. My entire show is coming back to me in my ears. You have no idea how off-putting that was. I've fixed the issue now, which is good because people are coming in to chat. It's good to see you. It's great to welcome back some of my regulars. I'll just bring up chat so I can actually chat to you personally. And also some new faces, because this show is very good at finding a new audience. What it does is it goes out on several platforms at the same time. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and X. And the X community in particular actually are really good at getting involved. Spreading the word, finding new viewers. I'm just trying to find, just bear with me 1 second. Hang on a second. I'll just find your chat. Just give me 2 secondos. Here we go. Where is it? It's all changed. I cannot find it. Hang on. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yo, 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 Johnny boy. Fairfax Zake. Now I'm rocking. Now I feel like I'm back in control. Ash the Cash 1996. What's up? Back at you, buddy. Yeah, the voice coming back at you. Echo and the Bradbury Man. I like that, bro. That's funny. I like it. Let me just center that screen a little bit. Is that right? Is that centered? So if you remember last week, we started out with a completely different playlist than the one that we're used to. And I've just wanted to switch up a little bit because obviously I've been doing the show now. Believe it or not, this is, well, it's about show. We've actually done more than 50, but it's officially show 43. And the playlist has got, well, we've listened to it a lot. So I'm going to say it's got tired. The playlist is cool. But I wanted to inject some new blood. And I'm doing that by mixing in a bit of 90s garage into the audible landscape of this show. James Cooper, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, man. Tiny Devil Games is in the house, and Lady Elizabeth, DVB's Girl Brown, met you at the bus stop. Remember, a few years back. I don't remember. Would you give me some details? That sounds really intriguing. At the bus stop. So I was at a bus stop quite recently, but you say a few years ago. And your name is Lady Elizabeth, DVB's Girl Brown. I'm totally confused. Please elucidate. Give me some information. I'd love to know what you're talking about. Stephen J from YouTube has just joined. How you doing? Are the old episodes of Mercenaries available anywhere for some nostalgic reasons? Oh my God. We'll put it this way, bro. If they were, I wouldn't be keen. I wouldn't be the one uploading them. No, I enjoyed doing that show. I did. I enjoyed doing that show. What was it on? Was it on Bravo, was it? Yeah. It was cool, man. It was cool. No, it's actually the promotional photo. There you go. The promotional photo of that show, Mercenaries, which for those of you who don't know what Stephen is talking about, is a show that I did on Bravo way back in the day. It was all about video games and you played them for money. So it was quite prescient in terms of the kind of esports era. I don't know. Put it into YouTube, dude. Kerry Pritchard, how you doing? Good to see you. Psychic Janet, hello. I should say hello to everyone on Instagram. Oh my God. Hannah, I often see around about Nuki in the surf and Sainsbury's. Hi Hannah, how you doing? I was at Sainsbury's today. Oh yeah, and I was looking at the surf, thinking, oh, Darren James, love to see you back where you belong on the Gadget Show. Thank you, Darren. It's lovely. I feel a bit embarrassed because I made an absolute cock-up of the first few minutes of the show because, like I said, I had an audio issue and it really threw me. And it shouldn't throw me because I should be a pro. I should be able to handle that stuff. But I ran in barely 30 seconds to go because what I do is I get that little pre-roll going out and then I run out and make a cup of tea. In fact, I haven't even got my tea with me. And I was a little bit late. And I think that and the audio loop back really threw me. Hello, Roach Fort. How you doing? We've got the new UK Garage-inspired playlist on tonight, which I'm really, really pleased about. Yeah, good to see chat coming in from Instagram. Don't often see that. Surf and Sainsbury's, living the dream, my friend. Now, Graham, I'm coming to Lincoln mid-Feb, all right? And I'm going to be looking at locations for the movie. So that would seem to be a great opportunity for us to get together and have coffee. When you came into chat earlier, I was aware. God, I haven't rung him yet. It's not because, well, it is slightly because I'm useless, but it's also because I'm really, really busy. And in fact, we emailed, first big email today to a lot of the actors and the production crew about sort of possible timings for shoots, which is really exciting. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about is this. It's a movie. There we go, that's better, isn't it? Looking a bit dark, wasn't it? Hang on. It's a movie. I'm very well, I'm showing you my pants, so I do apologise. Let's do this. Is that better? That's better, isn't it? It's got to be better. I was well dark, wasn't it? There we go. Yeah, making a movie called Control AI Delete, and you can find it on controlaidelete.net. Control CTRL AI-delete.net. It's a feature film funded by many of the people watching this right now, who I'm sure have heard enough about it, so I won't go into it in too much detail. Coffee would be fab. Great. Fairfax, I hope your movie will have Samuel L. Jackson in it. It won't, but it has some very talented people in it that have a similar sort of cool comic style. I'm going to say that without naming anyone. If it doesn't, it will only be one of a very few that don't. Ah, I see where you're going with that. Right, Lady Elizabeth has told me. Now let me just do something clever here. Lady Elizabeth, who's joining us from X, has said, we talked about radio in Woodhall Spa. You got off at the train station at Metheringham, going to London. I do remember that. I do remember that conversation. Yeah, we talked about radio. Wow, what a great memory that is. How lovely of you. What a wonderful thing for the medium of streaming, of live streaming, to bring back into my life. I'm really pleased that you said that. Round of applause for you. Big up in chat. Great to see you. How you doing, Kerry? Magic Knights just joined. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Can't wait for this, says Nick Shepherd. Oh, better be good then tonight. It is a good show. Well, in that case then, let's bring in another UK Garage tune, which I think you're going to love. This playlist, if you're interested, comes from Epidemic Sound. I ain't, punting them. This is a good tune, actually. This is the one that I got carried away with listening to last week. Yeah, Epidemic Sound is a provider of library music. So you sign up for a kind of monthly fee. I don't know what it is. Might be 10 quid, might be 20 quid. I've been with them for years. And you can use as many tracks as you like in all your social media stuff. Posts, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. Nice based on this. So I hope you are enjoying the tunes. Prof Giles is. Oh no, Phil Hoy, how you doing, bro? Good to see you. Well, okay, hardest quiz ever. I may have been slightly clickbaiting you, but it's definitely not easy. There's some stumblers in there today. Let's get on with the news, peeps. Time for the news. If you're new, welcome to Way of the Exploding Show. I'm settled now. I was a little bit freaked out at the beginning, but now I can be dead profesh. We go out every Sunday, 9 p.m. And we don't just do a quiz. We also have a news section. And the news this week, well, it came actually via the Discord for this show. If anyone in chat, one of my regulars, would be kind enough to elucidate on the URL for the Discord, that would be good. The Discord is a very friendly place. We pop chat about 80s, 90s, kind of film-related stuff, lots of game stuff, music, that sort of thing. And often I take some of the tidbits like this, and I make a news story out of it. What you're looking at, folks, is a rather gorgeous sort of 80s Atari 2600 inspired wristwatch. And what I liked about this is actually, unlike a lot of really interesting artsy watches, it's very affordable for something that's a limited edition. Now, what I'm going to say about it, I'm just going to put affordable in context, right? I believe there are only 700 being made of this watch, which, as you can see, features the Asteroids game circa like 1979, 1989, 81. What I can't show you, there was an animated GIF, but I couldn't get it to work. What I can't show you is the movement. It's really interesting. It's spherical, and it's got multiple dials that kind of move independently. So that's kind of cool. I think it's an automatic watch. I don't think it might take a battery, but I don't know. But it's an automatic watch, so it's more of an old school watch in style and design. And I just think it's beautiful. I think it's an absolutely beautiful thing. So again, you're going to throw stuff at me now and tell me that's way too much money. It's 500 quid. But look, if you're into watches, and I'm into watches, although you'll know I don't have one on my wrist because I can't afford the kind of watches that I want. 500 quid for a watch that's coming out in just 700 unique pieces at that level of design with that craftspersonship is very, very affordable. I think that's really affordable, and it could become quite collectible. It comes in a special case, emblazoned with the Atari logo and an inside cover featuring classic arcade art. Some versions come in pumpkin, sounds interesting, orange, pumpkin orange, blue citrine, someone's got some really bad grammar here, yellow and red. I'd have said citrine yellow was the thing. So it comes in orange, blue, yellow and red, which all change the colour and style of the watch face. The real prize is the Black Nova Nightfall with a multicoloured watch face that reminds me of playing both the original Atari 2600 version of Asteroids and the recent re-release of Asteroids Deluxe on the Atari 7800 Plus. Are they talking about the watch? Yeah, so they're talking about the straps come in different colours, but the watch itself is black. Okay, cool. I'll just go with a black strap myself. I keep the black vibe going on. Let me jump back to chat. Phil Hoy has put the Discord details into X. Thank you for that. This is super 90s, this soundtrack, isn't it? Addicted to Retro, how you doing? We've got a very nice coming in from Prof Giles. How you doing, Fluke666? Lovely to see you. Over to Instagram. Sending everyone good vibes and a great week ahead. Do you know what's happening? What I've got to do, actually. I've got to go into the tunes because I imported all these tunes. And one thing I've got to just do is turn off something called warping. Because what happens is I play this playlist on a piece of software called Ableton Live, right? And Ableton is a really feature-rich digital audio workstation. And what it can do is it can sort of beat match imported tracks like this so that they can be easily blended together. The problem with that is, well, sometimes they get played too slow or too quick, and so I've just turned off warping because literally I finished the playlist about 10 minutes before I went live. Anyway, there's the watch. I love it. It's absolutely brilliant. I haven't told you what it's called. So many windows open. It's by a company called Nubeo. Nubeo. I reckon if you put in Nubeo Atari watch into the old Google or whatever, you'll come up with it. Oh, it looks so good. I wish you could see that spinning dial that they've got on the website. It looks absolutely brilliant. yeah, so there you go. Absolutely lovely. We're loving a decent use of sort of retro design aesthetics rather than the obvious, rather than yet another mini console. I think that's something rather beautiful. Let me know what you think. Pre-orders are now being taken. 500 squids. Okay, let's have a look. Next news item on tonight's show. I've done this before. It's the Atari Watch actually inspired me to look for some other retro 80s, 90s inspired news hardware. And this is a new release. So that's the new release there. There's a belt buckle that's been released for the We Are Rewind cassette players, which are absolutely beautiful, and a brand new Chromeo edition. So Chromeo are releasing a new album also on cassette. And to celebrate that, they're bringing out a Chromeo edition of the We Are Rewind cassette player. Isn't that a beautiful thing? And look at those headphones that come with it. Apparently they're Bluetooth. Now that's interesting because the other news item I've got today comes from a company that I found at a tech event called IFA last summer in Berlin. They're called Mondo. They made, I don't know if you remember, I put on TikTok a video of a modern ghetto blaster, a boombox, which has all kinds of cool features, like you can stream to it, you can stream from it, you can use it as like a big power bank and charge your stuff and all the rest of it. But more importantly, it was a kind of, I would say a kind of Cyberpunk 2077 styled boombox, 80s boombox with modern electronics, right? Well, they've also made these headphones, and for a while you couldn't get them. In fact, actually, they were only in stock again last week, and I think they might already have gone, but don't worry, they'll be back in stock. They make them in a number of different colours, including a transparent pair. But can you see they're modelled on the original Walkman? Now, one of the cool things that We Are Rewind make for their cassette players is a blue and silver variant, right? Which looks a lot like the original Sony Walkman. I don't think I've even got a picture of it in there. That wasn't it. That was the full blue. There's a half blue and silver one, I'm pretty sure. And this belt buckle thing, this is new. I just love that. It's so functional. It's so kind of engineered physically. The Chromeo thing is cool. It's a bit kind of vaporware, which if you'll remember from the 80s, the whole vaporware thing wasn't really as prevalent aesthetically as everyone thinks it was. There's a lot of YouTubers who are like in their 20s now think it was. Anyway, there you go. There's the news coming at you from the headquarters of 80s and retro news that is Wave the Exploding Show. It's good to see you. If you've ever been here, if you've not been here before, then welcome. This show goes out every Sunday at 9 p.m. and we've got a great playlist for you each week. Normally, a sort of 80s inspired synthy tunes, which we'll definitely get to. But I've furnished myself with a brand new playlist of garage tunes, which I think many of you are enjoying. Thanks, Prof. Giles, giving us a link in the Twitch chat to the Nubio Atari styled watch. Really cool. Maybe be kind enough to get that somehow into X or YouTube. I don't want to give you loads of jobs to do though. Yeah, you like Chromeo, do I, Quail? You saw them live a few years back. I'd love to see them live. Tiny Devil, they're all sold out on the Nubio website. No, they're not. Are they? Well, all 700 of them are. Oh, damn. Mate, really? I'm really disappointed. Ah, man. Yeah, Kerry Pritchard is asking for the Discord link to be put on YouTube. I'm not sure if I can do it because I'm logged into the account, and knowing me, if I try and do it, I'll create some fucking chaos. So, Phil Hoy, would you do that for me? You're such a nice man. I know you've got other stuff to do. Phil, we're very honoured to have Phil Hoy with us, actually, because Phil, on the Discord, he posted pictures of a gig you went to last Sunday. And Phil, you seem to be going to gigs most Sundays. I'm very jealous of your gigging life, mate. But then you live in Bristol, don't you? And I think Bristol is the most perfectly positioned city in the UK to take advantage of gigs just about anywhere in the UK. Duncan Sample. No, I've not seen the Superstation. Is that a PlayStation emulator? What is it? Superstation? Or is it a Ghetto Blaster? Let's have a look. Retro remake. Is that it? Ooh. Superstation 1, the world's first affordable FPGA gaming console. Recreation of the best console of the 90s. Open source from day one. Guy, looks gorgeous, actually. Yeah, the thing is, I could... The problem I've got is now, look, the web... they all use this kind of weird extension for images now. It's really annoying. The web page complete thing. So it's like some weird, and I have to bring it into Photoshop and then convert it into PNG and then bring it into the show. Otherwise, I'd show you it. All right, I'll try it. Let's have a look. You're all saying you like it. All right, Superstation. All right, cool. I'll just bring it in. Let's see what we can do. I'll open Photoshop, which will probably crash my computer, but hey, we're having fun. In fact, talking about having fun, tell you what, I'm going to give you another tune. I'm going to go and grab my teapot, which is just in the kitchen out there, and I'll come back because I ran in. I didn't want to miss the opening of the show, and so I left my teapot in there. Won't be 2 seconds. Listen to this tune. I'll be back. I'll see you here in about 1 minute. I need Robo Jace, don't I? I need Robo Jace to step in for me, so that when I go and do things like that, I've got a kind of co-host. Right, here we go. Photoshop is opened. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if we can open it. What's it called? Super. Oh, was that it? Hang on, that was it. I saw it. Nah, I'll try again. Here we go. If you've just joined us, welcome. Superstation in pictures. Well, that was a nice point to pause, wasn't it? This is Where the Exploding Show. I'm just grabbing an image of something that someone in chat said that they'd like to see. It's not coming up. There it is. There it is. There it is. Boom. Oh, it looks lovely. It's a kind of remodeling of the PlayStation 1. Ready to play all of your ROMs. Let's export it as a JPEG. Okay, so look, I'm just going to bring it in now. It's a lot of old messing about in it just to bring in an image, but this is really, really cool. Tell us something in chat. Whoever it was that, I know Phil Hoy's seen it, but it wasn't Phil that recommended it. Tell us a little bit about this Superstation. My God, it's a big enough image, isn't it? Taking over the show. I am still here. Do not worry. Wow, that's really interesting, the way that the software enables me to do that, isn't it? The streaming software that I use doesn't allow you to mess with images until they're actually live, which is quite funny. I'll just put that horizontal at the center. There we go. Okay. It's a PS1 shaped hardware-based emulator, says Duncan Sample. It's like a Mr. Yeah, I know that one. I probably mispronounced it, but a lot cheaper. With a lovely case. Ross Norman, Space Invaders watch is also nice, but sold out. Oh man, it wasn't sold out this afternoon. I swear to God, because I was going to put some cash down. Yo, 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 Philip Hoy's in YouTube for those of you that wanted the Discord link. Was that Elizabeth, was it? Hi, Janet. Good to see you. Okay, cool. Let's just pop over to Insta. Make sure I'm giving love to my Insta peeps. Ross Norman, thank you so much for posting the link to the Nubio watches. If that link doesn't work, which I'm guessing it won't be clickable in the Instagram chat, then just say Nubio, N-U-B-E-O, plus Atari watch. And maybe you can put some pressure on them to open up the production run. Although, I did sell it to you based on that, the news story, as it were, the notion of it being a limited run of just 700. Aztec Therm, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, Galf. Hey mate, I'm coming up to Lincolnshire in the middle of Feb. Be great to get a coffee, mate, in our favourite cafe. Although our favourite cafe's not there anymore. The one that was run by Sam, our mate. We had a friend called Sam, and he ran a cafe in lockdown. Let's just say there were a few lock-ins. But we're not talking Conservative Party lock-ins. That's not what I'm talking about. Okay, right. Moving on. So, where are we? Yeah, we've got... Have we done all the news items? I'm probably covered by an image of a console. Yeah, I never found that. What am I doing? I was supposed to tell you about that blooming console, wasn't I? Superstation. Designed to play PS1 games, but the hardware fully supports the Mr. FPGA platform if you want to play games from other systems. So get your ROMs on there. Simply load up a core. All without needing to wait for a jailbreak. Okay. So, of course, if this doesn't mean much to you, what we're talking about are the ROMs of games from back in the day, which you are sort of maybe allowed to have if you own the original game. If you own the original game. And you've got the disc of it, or the cartridge, or the arcade machine. Do you know what I mean? And it comes in 3 colours, not just the beautiful translucent blue or purpley type thing on my screen, which is it still there? There, but also PlayStation Grey, which I love, and black, which is gorgeous. So there you go. Thanks for that, guys and girls. Lovely. Of course, I own the original game, says Fluke. Obviously. That's a fetching teapot, by the way. What's your favourite tea of choice? It is quite a sort of Scandinavian cool teapot, but actually it doesn't. I should have got it in a better colour. It's a bit flat, isn't it? Favourite, when everyone that's regular on the show, regular listeners, they know my favourite tea is oolong. That's actually a line, by the way, in the movie. It's a line in the movie. And in the context in which it's said, it's quite funny, even though it doesn't sound like it is. Anyway, that will all be revealed. You've ordered the grey. Phil Hoy, you don't mess about, do you, bro? You do not mess about. Hello, Anthony Parker, nice to see you. Booming over to Instagram. I will let you know, Gal. Right. Yeah, we're there. Where are we? God, it's 9:30. I can't believe it. We've done so much stuff. So much stuff. So much to do, so little time. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the point when the music just appropriately just fades, and I bring in the sting for this week's quiz. That's right. It's time to play Way of the Exploding Quiz. Beautiful. So a bunch of questions this week chosen from the world of retro and new retro. Really, that's the concept behind the show, of course. Not just to live in the past, although that would be perfectly fine with me, but also to look at how the 80s and 90s aesthetic and pop culture enlivens the present. Almost every day I encounter something creative and new and brilliant that harks back to those two evocative decades. And for those of you that don't know this, I'll just get one more plug in. I'm so obsessed with that period in time that I'm making a movie. I'll put my phone here so you can see what it says. AI. Control, AI, delete. If that's new to you, then you need to know about this. It's a movie. It's been funded. Most of the people on this chat funded it. 800 people funded that movie. We're going into production. We're in production. We're going to press record 10 weeks' time. Oh my God. By the way, if you are one of the contributors to this amazing movie, Control, CTRL, AIdelete.net, that's where you need to go. And you're listening to the show right now, and you're going to be in it because you bought a role to be in the sort of riot scenes or whatever, then you need to know that we're going to need you at some point. Obviously, I will give you a specific time and date, but it's going to be between the 18th of April and the 28th of April. The 18th of April and the 28th of April. Phil Hoy. Who else? Sound off if any of you have got bought yourself on-screen time. Let us know. So it's going to be there, around about there. And we're only a matter of a week or two away. I've got to be careful promising. Couple of weeks away from defining exactly when within that 10-day period you're going to be required, because we've got to go through the script, make sure that different actors that are available at different times sort of like chop the script up, make it all so that we're not going backwards and forwards to the same locations. Do you know what I mean? We do it all in one location, then we move on. And that means when we get to the kind of outside locations where we want the crowds and we want the revelers and the rioters, then we'll know which day it's going to be. Does that make sense? Yeah. What was the console called, says Ross? It was called the Superstation. And I've got retroremake.co as a website. I don't know if that's the manufacturer. I'm guessing it probably is. Hopefully it's later. I'm in Japan until the 21st, says Phil Hoy. Well, look, we can always try and accommodate getting you on camera that's not in the riot scene, that might be in the expo scene, etc., etc. Okay, so there's flexibility, my friend. All right, marvelous stuff. Right. Oh, didn't back for an appearance, says Duncan Sample, but definitely backed it for the physical Betamax version. For those of you watching, there is no physical Betamax version, but there is a Blu-ray, which you might be talking about, or there is a digital download, which you might be talking about. And it doesn't matter what version you get, because if you got any pledge on that movie Kickstarter, I don't know if this is the... Is that the... Oh, yeah, that's the Kickstarter. I remember that. This is before we launched, actually. For those of you that are getting a version of the film, then it also includes, if you remember, an extra version as an 80s VHS. But it's not a physical VHS, remember. It's a digital download in VHS viewing style, yeah? Which is going to be so... It's either going to be so much fun to make or an absolute abject nightmare, because I'm going to finish the edit for a whole movie, which is going to be the biggest thing I've ever edited in my entire life. And then I'm going to have to redo the whole frigging thing as a VHS. I think it's going to be good. I think I'm going to enjoy that. It's going to be like late nights watching really messed up VHS cassettes and copying their fuzziness. 18th to 28th. I was planning to take a week off, given Easter is 18th to 28th. Should be good. Good. Says Derek. Good. I'm going to record mine onto a physical VHS to add to the collection. Well done, Prof. Giles. Sounds awesome. I love the fact you're all saying this and that you're actually... Do you know what I mean? That you're actually all genuinely excited about it. It means a lot to me. Exciting time, says Psychic, who's now over on Instagram, which is interesting. Great to see you. Alan Drake, Rise Audio Gear, Alistair, 2013. Hello, back at you. Nicholas Chaplin, Stu J. Kent, MJ Cooper. Okay. Can we make VHS tapes? Does anyone know someone who makes VHS? Yeah, you can, because I looked into making a pledge that you could buy to help raise money for the film. That it meant that you'd get a physical VHS cassette, and you can send it to a company online, and they will deliver it as a VHS. But the thing is, if you want to do artwork and sleeves and all that stuff, it's just more work and more money. And then the return on investment for me, because I do have to think about the financial content of this project in order to make the money, it just wasn't enough. So that's when I came up with the idea, I'll just do a digital download VHS. But yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. Then posting it as well. That was the other thing. Posting a VHS. Posting the Blu-rays is going to be expensive enough. Someone's talking about blockbusters, yeah? No sooner said than done. Here we go, my friend. How's that? I bet it gets the old memory banks going, doesn't it? I'll hold it in front of my eyes so you can't see it. It even says Way of the Exploding Show, look. I actually, what's interesting is I created all of that myself in Photoshop. We're definitely going to have to do something with the physical VHS, but it won't be sent out to backers because, like I said, I wouldn't be able to afford to do that. But we'll have to do something, won't we? Like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, what do you think, mate? So we're doing a premiere of sorts, or a couple of premieres, I can't remember. Some of you have bought tickets to go to the premiere. We're going to do a great job of that. I wonder if maybe we could do as well, maybe a VHS edition watch along or something. But it'll have to be. The only thing is, of course, people that have paid for the movie, there has to be a reason that they've paid for it. You know, so if I just go and stream it, then you didn't need to buy it. So that's not such a good idea. You know, I don't know. Maybe we could do a live event, like maybe later, like a VHS event or something. I don't know. There might be something we can do. Spin some ideas past me in chat, would don't you, at some point. Anyway, God damn it, it's time for the quiz. Time for the quiz. You keep talking about it in chat. I want to read all your comments, but we're never going to get there. Right, here we go. So, question number 1 tonight. Good luck. Good luck. Music. Which British TV show featured a character called Thespian in a techie game show? It's supposed to say... Oh, no. In techie game show, The Crystal Maze, Cyberzone, Nightmare, or Games Master? Mark just made a really good comment on X. Mark Musset. I hope you're not paying late fees for that. Could you imagine? Hey. I wonder if that would be a really good story, wouldn't it? To get a kind of viral news story going when we're trying to raise awareness about the movie once you've edited it and that. Something about me discovering a video that, I mean, it wouldn't have to be real. It could be clickbait. But discovering a movie that I haven't actually sent back yet, that'd be great, wouldn't it? I mean, God damn it. How much money did you spend? I could have bought the movie by the time I sent it back for most of the rentals I took. Eds is in the house. How you doing, Eds? I never saw you there on X. Good to see you. Sean is on X as well. A lot of new names in chat tonight. Great to see you all. Yeah, Derek, £30 per post and packing for a VHS just definitely would not do it. It wouldn't do it. It would be very expensive because you've got to get the movie transferred onto the physical tape. You've got to have the physical box. You've got to have the artwork and stuff. And then you've got to do the post and packing. Oh, man, that's a lot of money. I wonder if you did, Duncan. I wonder if you... I don't know. Could you open a pop-up? A pop-up shop, right? And you do, you know, like 300 VHS cassettes. So it's things like Terminator, Terminator 2, Aliens, you know, Breakfast Club, Teen Wolf, Back to the Future, whatever, right? The core titles from the 80s and 90s, right? And then you somehow have I mean, I don't know how you'd get hold of them, but you'd need to have like 50 VHS players or something. And then, so then what you rent people is the whole get up. And so they have a VHS 80s kind of movie evening. So maybe the way you do it is when you rent a movie, you rent several movies for several nights. So you rent 3 to 4 movies for 3 nights and you get a VHS player with it. This isn't working. This is such a bad startup idea. And somehow, that outputs an HDMI, which wouldn't be that difficult. Hey, I wonder if there's a VHS player that's inexpensive, made in some Chinese factory, that outputs on VHS. Shall we just pause the quiz? I always do this. I go off on tangents. And then we end up, not finishing till 10 past 10. No, don't worry. We'll put the rocket boosters on, but I want to find this VHS player... outputs in HDMI. I don't know. Must be something. You know, like the Sound Burger, which we've covered on this here show before, right? Which is, it's like a burger that you put, it's more like a hot dog actually, and you put your vinyl into it, and then you can play it, right? Well, is there anything similar for VHS cassettes? You know what I mean? Like a small thing and you whack it on there. Even if it outputted in like component video and audio, you could then put a dongle onto it and convert it into HDMI. and then you can have a little startup pop-up. What an interesting idea. In some trendy parts of cities and stuff where students would think it was cool. Just an idea, not a great one. Surely all you need is to SCART to HDMI. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, a converter. Is there a retro remake of a VHS player? Well, we've done the retro remake earlier of the cassette player, haven't we? There it is. Why isn't someone doing the same with VHS? I don't know. I don't know, because we all hark for the quality, the downgrading quality. We love it. We're always emulating it, aren't we, in adverts and movies and stuff. Anyway, back to the quiz. I saw your answers. Well done. Question number 2 in tonight's Way of the Exploding quiz. 1992 Saturday morning kids show that ran for 3 series and ended in 1994. Am I talking about Parallel 9, Going Live, Live and Kicking, or Number 73? This is hard. It's hard because something of a trick question. What I should say is, to those of you that are new, and to some of the old schoolers, to remind you, is don't discuss the question in detail in chat, because it can ruin people's opportunity to answer. And if you're new, we're only on question 2, so you can dive in right now. And it's an honesty quiz. You just write down what you think the answer is in plain language, right? You don't put A, B, or C, or 1, 2, 3, or something like that. Just pick which of the 4 answers you think is right. Write it in chat, and we're going to come back to it in a few short minutes, in about 15 minutes time, and we'll give you all marks out of 10. All right, that's question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. Who played a genie who popped out of a console to review video games on Parallel 9? Was it me? Was it Craig Charles? Was it Richard O'Brien? Or was it Violet Berlin? Slight delay in chat, I think. Certainly on the, I think on the YouTube platform. Yeah, I've got a big delay in my chat feed. I wonder if there's an issue. Let me just have a quick look. It'd be such a shame if I've lost you, because I love having the chat. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay, good. We're back. We are back. It just we got a bit of a blockage in the data pipe, I think. Then, but we're back. Well done. Good. Ah, right, there's a lag on YouTube every week, is there, Janet? Thank you very, very much. Popping over to Instagram land, just making sure that you're there. Laserdisc, yeah, that's a great idea, says Furry. Oh, yeah, Laserdisc version. The problem with the Laserdisc version is I don't know what visual assets it would bring, really, because the performance was so good, wasn't it? It's just the actual disc itself is so exotic. Claire Derbyshire, I'm thinking it's probably not the Claire Derbyshire, it's another Claire Derbyshire, who I think may be from Lincoln, if I remember correctly. If it's you, Claire, then hello, but I'm not sure. If it's another, even if it's not, if it's another Claire, hello. Right, question number 3. Right, question number 4. In the 1985 ZX Spectrum game Night Law, what groundbreaking feature did it introduce? You should be able to get this one. Synthesized speech, animated cutscenes, isometric 3D graphics, or a dedicated stealth mode. Which of those do you think Night Law ushered into the video gaming scene? Question number 4. In tonight's Way of the Exploding quiz. welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, I'm just setting up some cool shenanigans so that I can read chat and look down the lens. There we go. How cool is that? So I've got some answers coming in from John Boy, iQuail, Prof Giles. We're in the middle of a quiz. If you just joined us, this is Way of the Exploding Show. And the quiz is all about 80s and 90s gadgets, movies, music, TV, that sort of thing. And some new retro, some stuff from that references those two special decades. We've done the question number 4. We're now on to the 5th question. Good luck. Here we go. Which UK chart-topping band starred in their own Sega Mega Drive, Genesis, CD-based video game? I'm going to change that question. Which UK chart-topping band starred in their own Sega Mega Drive, Genesis video game? Now, note the wording, actually. Yeah, good. You've got it. You've got it. Good. I'm not going to say any more. Someone has got the right answer. That's all I'm going to say. So I don't have to embellish. I'm just not happy with the wording of that question. I don't want to send you astray. Great tune. We have to move on because we're running out of time. Question number 6. Which other group also featured on the Make My Video Mega CD game series? So that's what the previous question related to. But I guess you knew that. Otherwise, how could it be a CD game if it wasn't on the Mega CD hardware platform? Criss Cross, Eminem, Fugees, or NWA? Who do you think is going to be on a video game series for the Mega CD? That's question number 6. And yes, I watched footage, gameplay of the Make My Video game series, and it was really quite interesting. I remember the early days of FMV, or full motion video, don't you? And some of the ways that the industry sort of struggled to realize its potential. Okay. Remember, Prof Giles, we can't comment on questions. Question number 7. Which other group featured in the questionable Make My Video series? Sewer Shark, says John, UK, Japan. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, REM, Oasis, or Weezer? All contenders. I mean, you know, you've got to say they're all contenders for it. This, I think, fair to say, my favourite tune from the playlist. You'll have noted that we started out with 10 or so tracks from the brand new Way of the Exploding Show UK Garage playlist. I might go back to that in a minute because it's quite novel. We're back into the standard playlist now, which features all kinds of cool songs, including this one, Love Me or Let Me Go. I'm sorry, Love Me or Let Go, which actually featured in the promo to our Kickstarter campaign for our movie, which I will make visible by moving my phone into position there, which is called Control AI Delete. And you can go there, as the name on that URL suggests, controlaidelete.net, and learn all about the movie. I had someone buy a pledge this weekend, actually. People are still pledging, even though the official Kickstarter campaign has ended. Okay, you're struggling this week, addicted, don't worry. Love this song, never get bored of it. Question number 8. In tonight's Way of Exploding quiz, which classic 80s... I had to do that, sorry. Yeah! Which classic 80s movie was originally pitched as Spaceman from Pluto? Was it E.T., Short Circuit, Back to the Future, or The Last Starfighter? Let's take that low pass filter out. And we'll bring it up as the music builds. So good. So there you go. That's question number 8. 9 minutes to go in tonight's show. Let's see if we can bring her in on time. It's amazing how a bit of music gets the blood pumping, isn't it? Hello, Rasmor and Mega ZX Retro. You definitely sound like you deserve to be here. MJ Coop 83. Do you still need the Atari number pad controller? Yeah. Yeah. I messaged you on here and you never came back. That's quite likely. Not so great at the messaging thing. MJ Cooper, I do apologise. So you messaged me on Instagram. Right, then I will message you back, my friend. Schmelesas, Christopher, Sean Campbell, and one other just joined. Good to see you. Good to see you on the Instagram. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next questiones, which is question number 9, the penultimate question in tonight's show. Which 80s and 90s band banned their song from the 2024 UK election, but it was played anyway? That's a thing that actually happened. Are we talking about Madness? Are we talking about Pet Shop Boys? Are we talking about Oasis? Are we talking about D-Ream? Which one of these do you think? Oh no, Fluke. That's a bad feeling. So you remembered the answer once I've moved on. Yeah, it's no good. It's an honesty quiz, so you could always cheat. But who would you be cheating? Middle-aged Gamer Guy UK. I'm not giving you any love tonight. How you doing, brother? You know what? It was you. It was your publication. Is it? Forgive me. Give me the URL. Give me the URL right now. Is it timelessgames. Oh, I don't want to get it wrong. Tell me. Where I first read, based on a tip-off on our Discord, about the Atari Watch. The new Atari Watch from Nubio. It's on your website, which is probably why it's blooming sold out. But I'm thinking we put some pressure on those guys. It wasn't you. Okay. Oh. That's strange. Okay, cool. Right, question number 9. Question number 10 goes like this. This is a small section of a famous 1989 album cover by Soul to Soul, the Stone Roses, Simple Minds, or Simply Red. Ah, yeah, I am. I'm getting Timeless and Time Extension mixed up. Sorry. So was it on Time Extension, iQuail? Then that explains it. Apologies. Actually, Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, let me know if you heard that conversation we had earlier about a VHS watch-along. That might be something that we could do. That might be a you thing in terms of the kind of retro credentials that would bring. Well, yeah. When is the gaming convention? Middle-Aged Gamer Guy UK. Let me know when it is. And I'm happy to give it a plug. It's on the 13th of August. It's an absolutely fantastic gaming event. Happens at Arcade Club in Bury on the outskirts of Manchester. 13th of August this year. I'll definitely be there. I know that we were thinking of doing something about the movie. I'm not sure what that can be, but we'll work it out. And yeah, watch this space. Okay, so that's the final question, ladies and gents, in tonight's Way of the Exploding Quiz. Congratulations to all of you for taking part. And many new people, which is always nice. Right, okay. Right, let's go back and read the questions, and then we'll see what your answers are. And you can sound off in chat if you got the answer correct. The first... Oh my God, I've got the first. First question was, which British TV show featured a character called Thespian in a techie game show? Was it the Crystal Maze Cyber Zone Nightmare or Games Master? I am, of course, in that question referring to Cyberzone, fronted by Craig Charles, a kind of first toe dip in the world of virtual reality. And a kind of, I think, an answer to Nightmare, actually. So let's have a look. 1 out of 1. Lots of 1 out of 1s. Duncan, Middle-Aged Gamer Guy, John Boy, Magic Knight, Fluke, Ross Norman. Oh, no, not Ross. Derek, Addicted, Tiny Devil, Iquel, Eds, Rob, Phil Hoy, Prof. I know Phil Hoy didn't get that one, but Prof did. And Sean wasn't quite there too. Mike and Rob also missing out on that one. Plenty of time, plenty of time. Let's go to question number 2. 1992 Saturday morning kids show that ran for 3 series to 1994. The answer, Parallel 9. 3 series over 3 years. Saturday morning, BBC One. If you remember things like Live and Kicking or Going Live and that sort of thing, they would have one half of the year and then there'd be another format for the other half of the year. Well, this was the other half of the year. Parallel 9, about a sort of fictional alien planet, which the format changed significantly in Series 2. There was then a kind of porter cabin, like a caravan in a car park, that was a portal to this fictional alien planet, occupied by various characters and actors, including a character called Brian the Dinosaur, played by David Claridge, who you know played Roland Rat. Now, the next question might give you a hint as to why I know all this. The question was, who played a genie who popped out of a console to review games on Parallel 9? The genie in question was trapped inside a custom Sega Game Gear, right? Which was all like done up with like jewels and stuff. And then one of the characters rubbed it and the genie popped out. The genie referred to himself as a lad in a console. Aladdin, a console. It was me! It was me. It was my first ever mainstream kind of terrestrial TV gig. And I got it because I actually was a researcher on Parallel 9. I was a researcher. I did Series 2. So there you go. So who got it right? None of you, because I was looking for my name to come up, and none of you. You're all going Violet Berlin, Craig Charles. Was it Richard O'Brien? You even went for the bloke who looks like me, or I look like him, and you never went for Jace. What's going on? Yeah, got you, Iquail. How about that? It's funny, Prof, isn't it? Yeah, I knew that you'd like that question. So is it a hard quiz? Well, it is if you're Ross Norman, Philip Hoy, or Sean, because sadly these guys have not yet got a point, but there's still time, guys. Have we got any? We've got no 3 out of 3, so we're not having any 10s. We're not having any 10s. I'll just double check Instagram. Let's just check Insta. Hi, Rads on Walkabout, Steph Grant, Dylan Rapley. You love Xtifer. Good to see you, dude. MJ Coop's still there. Cool. Yep, got it. Marvellous. Right. All right, so Mike also gets 0. Good stuff. Right, let's go to question number 4. Right. In the 1985 ZX Spectrum game, I know you got this Night Law. What groundbreaking feature did it launch? It, of course, launched isometric 3D graphics. Iquel saying, none of these jobs from my past, because I mentioned one last week as well, didn't I? Came up at my presentation at Timeless or Play Expo. Yeah, it'd be quite fun, wouldn't it, to talk about that? Because I was on a mission, that and Mercenaries. I was on Bravo. I was on a mission to get video games on TV. Because they were on TV, you know, because I also was a researcher on Games Master. But they weren't as prevalent as they are now. And if you're a gamer, as you know, you want them on all the time, don't you? Okay, question number 4. 1 out of 4 for Ross. Well done, Ross. Mike's now in the points, so Sean. Phil not yet there yet. Eds is 1 out of 4. Good man. 3 out of 4 for Derek. 2 for middle-aged gamer guy. iQuail Prof. Tiny Devil Games. Duncan, Fluke and Magic Knight. I was put off there because Ross is saying that they know the director who I work with at Trouble TV. Are you talking about Steve? Yeah, are you talking about Steve? Let me know. I'd be interested to know. Well done, Anthony. Question number 5 coming up. Which UK chart-topping band, now that's important, UK chart-topping band, but not strictly a UK band, started their own Sega Mega Drive Genesis CD game, but so many of you got it right that I knew that I didn't have to give you more information. Duran Duran, Pet Shop Boys, Right Said Fred, all the correct answer, In Excess. Well done, In Excess is the right answer. 4 out of 5 for Fluke, 3 for Magic, 3 for Addicted. John Boy gets 3, 3 for Duncan, 2 for Middle-Aged Gamer Guy UK. Oh, Ross! Oh my God, Ross! Did you direct Cheats? So you meant Cheats? Ah, brilliant! I thought you were talking... For some reason, when you said Trouble, I was thinking of Mercenaries. But of course, I wrote Mercenaries when I was on Trouble for Bravo. But yes, Cheats! Mate, I do apologise. How amazing to have you in chat. Absolutely brilliant. Please send a message, Ross, and we'll message each other. Probably best on Instagram rather than YouTube, because the messaging on Instagram is a bit easier. And I'm going to be looking for MJ Cooper's comment on Instagram, so I can look for yours as well. It is hard, Phil. It is hard, Phil, tonight. Which other group also featured on the Make My Video Mega CD game series? Did I announce the winner there? Did I say it was an... Yes, I did. Which other group also were on the same series? Derek, I've seen your quote for 100 VHSs. It's just the Kickstarter is now over, and you know, making a kind of business arrangement with a VHS supplier, it's too much work now. I've got to furnish 800 Kickstarter orders already, and I may still do a Kickstarter mini thing around other aspects of the film if we need to boost the funding, but I think that might be a bit complicated. But I love that you're up for that, and I like your enthusiasm for making an actual physical VHS. I think that's an absolutely brilliant idea. Where are we? Question number 6. Yeah, so the answer, we've got to move on. It's Crisscross, and loads of you got it. I saw Crisscross coming up in chat. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Gave yourself an extra point. That's all right. 4 out of 6 for Floop. Gamer Guy 3, Duncan 4, Prof Giles 4 out of 6, Johnny Boy 4, Fluke gets 4, Tiny Devil Games gets 4 out of 6, 4 for iQuail, Addicted Retro gets 4, Rob gets 2, Phil Oig, no, Phil, come on, man, come on, Phil, I'm rooting for you, brother. Sean gets 2, Mark Musset gets 1. I did say it was hard though, I did, and then I sort of backed off, but actually maybe it is. Next question, which other group featured on the questionable Make My Video series? I say questionable because it wasn't very successful at all. Well, it's rather simple gameplay. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, REM, Oasis or Weezer. Lots of you went for REM. Well, I definitely saw it coming up. It was actually Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, that group that had, 2 hits? And, yeah, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Crisscross, In Excess. How random is that? Absolutely brilliant. There was one other as well. I can't remember. One other kind of dance music band. And that was it, I think. So, out of 7, we've got Fluke on 5, Duncan on 5, Middle-Aged Gamer Guy on 3, Magic Knight on 5, John Boy 5, Addicted 4 out of 7, iQuail 5 out of 7, Tiny Devil Games 5, Prof Giles 4. Glad he left the music business for movies, says Magic Mike. You're not alone in that one, my friend. Rob gets 2. Ross Noble gets 1. Well done, Ross. Phil Hoy gets 1. Well done, Phil! Extra round of applause for Ross and Phil for joining the point scorers. Sean gets 3. Mark Musset gets 2. And Eds gets 4 out of 7. And I'm zooming over. Psychic Janet missed it all, but it's great to have you with us anyway. Question number 8. Which classic 80s movie was originally pitched as Spaceman from Pluto? Back to the Future! It was Back to the Future, team. Back to the Future. That title doesn't work, does it? I guess when you see him in the kind of atomic suit near the beginning, it has a sense of space person. In fact, it's actually shot like that, isn't it? Doesn't he come through the mist like a space alien? But has no resonance with the title, does it? And the kind of focus of the movie, the narrative. 5 out of 8 for Duncan. 4 out of 8 for Addicted. 4 for Prof. 3 for Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. 5 for Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. For Magic, John Boy, Tiny and Fluke, and 2 for Rob. 1 for Phil Hoy. Eds gets 4. Sean on 3. 5 for Iquel. 2 for Mark Musset and Ross Noble. Still on 1 out of 8. Penultimate question: which 80s and 90s band banned their song from the 2024 UK election, but it was played anyway? They banned Labour from using it, but I think Rishi Sunak used it for the Tories, or rather it was played in the background when it was raining. Do you remember? So it continues. I'm talking about D-Ream. D-Ream is the answer. D-Ream, things can only get better. Oh my God. The irony. Well done, Iquel. Yeah, it's a good question, that. 4 out of 9 for Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. 6 for Duncan. 5 for Prof. 5 for Addicted. Johnny Boy gets 6. So does Fluke and Tiny Devil Games. Iquel also gets 6. 1 for Ross. 6 for Magic Knight. Phil is still on 1 and Rob H is on 2. And we come to the final question. Here's the image. And there's the question. It's a famous album cover from 1989, but the 89 bit could have thrown you, because most people think that the Stone Roses are a 90s band, but they started in the 80s. It's the Stone Roses, and if you look to the left, there's some lemons. I should really have included the whole cover. It's got some lemons on it, and it says the Stone Roses because the name of the album is also The Stone Roses. So we've got, what have we got? Out of 10, 7 for Magic Knight. Well done to everyone that's done so well. 7 for Tiny Devil and Johnny Boy and Iquel. 6 for Prof. Giles and Addicted. 7 also for Duncan. 5 for Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. Well, 50% ain't too bad. It's been a tough week. Oh, no, it was a tough one this week. Fair enough. 2 for Phil Hoy. Well done, Phil. You got your 90s reference. Well done, mate. Tiny Devil Games. Say it's a great album. And 4 for Sean. 2 for Ross. Well done, Ross. Mark, 3. Rob, 3. And Ed, in what I think arguably is one of the toughest quizzes we have ever had, has just got himself a very respectable 5 out of 10. Well done, mate. Absolutely superb. Right, let's just stop that music. And what we'll do... Oh, no, that's not right. I've no idea what's happening. We'll stop that. And what we'll say is, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of another brilliant week. Thank you so much. What time are we on? It's 10 past 10. I didn't stand a chance. I was way over. Do you know why? Because I've had such a good time. It's been absolutely brilliant. What I wanted to do was do a normal thing where I kind of play a little outro. I don't know why that music is interfering. I have no idea what's going on. There we go. That's it for this week. Thank you so much. The chaos will continue next week as we move towards Sunday at 9 p.m. and another packed show. There's loads going on. I still want to do something of an update. Thank you, Middle-Aged Gamer Guy. About the movie. The movie is still going really, really well. I've been trialling a camera system, which is rather exciting. The movie is, of course, Control AI Delete. I'll put that there so you can see it. .net if you want to find out about it. But I'm thinking by now, at this point in the show, you probably know all about it. But yeah, we are on the way. We're on the way. Between the 18th and the 28th. Remember that, folks. That's when we're going to be seeing you on set. For those of you that bought an opportunity to come and be part of the show, be part of the filming experience, which is incredible. We've got Tiny Devil. Tiny Devil Games in chat today, who's going to be doing some of the on-screen assets, which is absolutely brilliant. We're meeting tomorrow, aren't we, mate, to talk about more of that. And we've also got Middle-Aged Gamer Guy UK looking to do some kind of interesting screening event, which I think we've had some flavours of today. So yeah, it's great. Thank you so much to all of you for being such an amazing community. Have an amazing week. Get in the Discord. And yeah, I'll see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Have a great week.